have to ask Larry. KB9 DIP, buzz or no buzz on my signal?
This is K9WAR, no buzz, Joan.
Before we started, I see what you mean about McMillions. I couldn't stop watching the thing. And I'm only on part one. I finally finished it. KB9 DIP.
It was 8 o'clock in the morning, and there's so much to talk to you about today. We hope that this will be an entertaining net for you. This is the Good Morning Net, which meets Monday through Sunday on the W9DOR repeater, located in Sebastopol, Wisconsin, and am I, where it is 33.7 degrees, barometer steady at 29.81, and 2 miles an hour of wind. A quick thank you to Artie and Larry for the signal report. And also, I wanted to thank Larry yesterday and forgot in my comments. Larry mentioned the bittersweet event of his Christmas cards this year, having lost his wife during the prior year. And I want to thank you, Larry, for saying Joanne's name, reminding us that you're still grieving, and giving us a chance to support you and also any of the others who share your particular circumstance of grieving during the holidays. And I assure you, today you are not alone. Today is Pearl Harbor Day, and it's something that, of course, many of you lived through. I have been exposed through Jeff to many, many military movies, and it's something I have a greater and greater appreciation for the blow that it was to the culture and to the world, and to the people who served. So, again, we thank you, those of you who will bring it to memory today. Let's pause for emergency traffic. Heavens, Bessie. Hearing none, we will move along to short time mobile, those shortly out of range who need to come and make their transmission right now.
This is Kilo Alpha Niner, Whiskey Alpha Romeo, short time.
Okay then. Artie, I'm happy to hear your voice, and sorry you're short time and won't be here the whole time, but this may mean you're going out to lunch. KC9 KMA breakfast. Over to K9WAR.
You were right, Joan. Here in Mexico, it's 34 degrees, and so far nothing of the events that happened 82 years ago that changed my life forever. But anyway, this morning the elementary school here in Mexico is having a breakfast for seniors. They do that once a year, and I guess I qualify as a senior. So it'll happen at 7:30, 8:30. I have to pick up another friend that does not drive anymore, so we'll go there. And it's very possible that we'll go for lunch today in Marinette. That is also a senior deal there. And the county provides assistance with that, and we get a choice of 6 menus, and it's $25, which I guess is a pretty good deal. So back to you, Joe. This is K9WAR. Good morning, all.
Artie, I don't know in Peshtigo if they had the same meeting, but I have a suspicion that every year there's a meeting among the vendors, and they decide what the price of a sandwich is going to be for that year. And this year, it's $12 to $16 in Sturgeon Bay and surrounding areas for a restaurant sandwich. And, you know, sometimes it's chips, maybe a scoop of coleslaw, but it really is now the new price that you can't have lunch for under $30 most places. So $5 is a great deal, and you deserve it. And so I'm happy the kids get exposed to you, and I'm just chuckling because, of course, not only could you pick up your friend, I think you could pick up your son, who easily also qualifies as a senior. I don't think the great-grands are old enough yet. They're probably 40, right? Not quite in their ARP card, but have a great breakfast and lunch. And if you're like Larry, DIP, you could try to get some of the leftovers in a bag to take home, and you'd be good for 2 days. So there you go. It's a nice thought. Okay, plenty of people on Echolink. We'll be there in 1 second. And now let's take over-the-air check-in. Let's see who's around. KC9, KMA.
K9VXG. W9OBB. Also, Bravo 9, November. UPE.
Net control, KC9, LN Zulu. Good morning.
Kilo Delta 9 Golf Delta Alpha. I'm in the background. Delta with me.
That's it for the over-the-air stations. Josh, check your email. I sent you a picture of Jeff's present this morning. So the list will be K9VXG, W9OBB, AB9NN, KD9UPE, KC9LNZ, and Josh just listening. Was there anyone else out there? Okay, so here we go with the Echolink stations. I should give you the question first, but I'll come back and do the list again. It'll be K9GU. Michelle, you will give it to Larry, KB9DIP. Larry, over to Dave, AB9DK, AB9DK. Alan, then, G1AEU, and Dave, getting up early again, K6DCL, and Dave, you'll send it over to Bob, BXG. So the question of the day is related to my coffee mug in hand, and it is a Starbucks Christmas coffee mug I received many years ago from a neighbor who came to a party with a little hostess gift. I was not confused. She worked in a school as a teacher aide, and this was a teacher present being re-gifted, because how many thousand coffee mugs do teachers get at Christmas? And so this is your question of the day. Did you or your mom buy Christmas gifts for your teacher? And if they did, what did you give your teacher or your kid's teacher? If that's the question of the day. So, Michelle, in France, did people give presents to the elementary school teachers at the holiday? So first will be you, and then you give it to Larry, KB9DIP, down the line.
Thank you very much. Good morning, Joan. KMA, thank you very much. I don't have a real good answer to your question in here. I'd have to think a little longer to get something of that sort, but there's nothing clear that I can mention right now in here. Anyway, the sky is almost clear in Appleton now. Temperature is 34. Barometric pressure 29.81, and the humidity is 93%. So it's going to be a nice day here. I wish I could have a good answer to your question in here, but nothing comes to my mind right now in here. So our plans are not great this morning, but I think sometime this morning we have the specialist who come regularly to check the good organization of our apartment in here, and she's very good and very effective and so on, and makes everything look wonderful again in here. So that's going to be the big event in here. It probably won't take very much time, maybe an hour and a half or something like that, and we know how well. And so it's an interesting thing to watch for. Anyway, we don't really have to watch her very much, and she is very nice. So that's a lot of the news that I have today, and I'll pass it on to K9BIP. Good morning to you. This is K9GU.
Thanks, Michelle, KV9DIP, Larry, in Algonquin, Illinois. You make it sound like you got to make sure everything's nailed down before your aide gets there. Pardon me, I thought that's the way I took it. Question of the day. Well, you got to remember, this is the 50s, and that's when teachers still wore outfits, dresses, 3-pieces. And I remember taking lots of scarves, lots of gloves. I think that's all I remember. No food. Food wasn't that big a deal then. But that's what I took. And I seemed to bribe my way through grammar school with it all. So I guess it's okay. I came out the other end of the Chicago public school system. And like I said before we got started, I latched on to Joan's recommendation of the McMillions that was on HBO, and then CNN took it up. And the only bad part about this thing, Joan, is that it's on demand. And when you get on demand, you can't fast forward through nothing. So there's more than 1 or 2 commercials in there, at least for me. So that's the only downside. But yeah, I'm fascinated by the thing. I mean, it's nonsense. It's pretty well done. And I thought they had wrapped it up at the end of the first part. Heck, I got 5 more to go. They leave you with a hook. Tune in next week, kids, and find out, will Batman survive the perils of the Joker? It's pretty good. Thank you to John and Jeff.
Looks like it's timed out there, Larry, but you're absolutely right about the show. Over to Dave, DK.
Hi, good morning, everybody. 89 DK. Well, I woke up this morning, looked outside, and the sun was just peeking up above the thing. Really looked nice this morning. So. Anyway, December 7th, Pearl Harbor Day. I don't know if anybody has been over to Pearl Harbor. I've been there numerous times, and it is a experience. I have to say that. We went there, obviously, when I was in the Navy. We used to pull into Pearl Harbor quite a bit. It's definitely a sombering experience when you go up on the memorial. But anyway, ain't a whole lot going on here today again. I just thought we'd check into the net. 4 days in a row. But anyway, I don't recall ever giving a Christmas present to a teacher or any of that stuff. When I was young, or my parents did that. I don't recall that. It maybe happened. I couldn't tell you for sure. But it's, I guess, I don't know if they kids do that stuff much anymore, or I don't know, generations and the time has changed so much. But so anyway, the other thing I was going to say is, remember, we're losing World War II veterans by the day, and if you see one or know one, thank them. I guess it's back. It's over to, I think you said G1AEU. Go ahead, Keegan, 89 DK.
AU. Oh, good morning, everybody. It sounds better there. It is over here. Oh, well, they say the wind is blowing the holy. Well, a wind about 78 miles an hour. Temperature is 52 Fahrenheit. Humidity is 91%. None of us is seeing anything down with rain. And 79.56 on the manometer. So I started elementary school at that time. I don't remember that they would have given a present to a teacher unless you were the teacher. He said, best. Best. I wasn't a best. But I do remember one thing regarding food. When I was at the elementary school, we had a raffle, and I won 6 eggs. So 6 eggs, those even not these days, were sent in the war in 1944. Every eggs were scarce. And I also with them, I was turning a barn of gold, and I gave them to my guardian. I said, look what I got. I got 6 eggs here. Anyway, D1AU, J6EST, OU.
CL comes first.
Maybe it's me, K6DCO. Let me check. Good morning, everybody. Yes, I am up early. I'm excited to start a long weekend. Excuse me, going up to Lucy's in Sonora, and we're going to go to a show on Saturday, so we have lots of things to do. And next Tuesday is a Vietnam Veterans Christmas banquet, which is always fun. They give out raffles for Christmas baskets and stuff like that, and lots of friends, and good food. They have a good caterer come in. Something in the back of my mind is I gave a teacher once, my mother made me give her a bottle of perfume. She knew most of the teachers. She knew my teacher, and she was the school principal, the secretary. She was the secretary. Actually, he was a district principal. But anyway, that's the only one I remember, and I don't even know why. But I guess she liked this teacher a lot and did a lot for me. But it's currently 38 and dropping. It was 39 when we first started, and it's coming into the cold time of the morning. So we're now at 38 degrees here. We had some precipitation yesterday. This big storm came in and deluged Oregon and Washington and northern California. Lots of rain, and we had 0.15 inches. so not a lot of rain. But anyway, it is what it is. Nothing much we can do about that. I don't have an airplane that I can see the clouds. But other than that, I'm going to hand it over to K89BXG Bob in Poland. Take it away.
Okay. Yeah, Poland, from where I live, start out in Denmark, you go to Poland, and you go to Luxembourg, and of course then you end up in Brussels. You can do that in about 35 minutes. I don't think there's another place in the world like that. But anyways, good morning all. It is bright sunny today, and was out sawing lumber yesterday. Made some nice 12-inch wide, 1.25-inch boards. They're playing down really nicely, 1 inch. So some of it's for a project, but otherwise it's just real nice looking ash. I know Bruce really likes ash like I do. First of all, there's a lot of it right now. Not for long, but there's a lot of it. And I don't ever remember bringing anything to the teacher. That was just nothing that I really remember hearing about when we were young. And we were a big family, and to give something to the teacher, well, that was a lot extra. So we didn't do that kind of thing. But supposed to warm up today. Well, it's showing 36 degrees. I might have to scrape the driveway. I didn't clean it the other day, and it's a little icy. So I'm going to meet up with a friend of mine from when I work. I haven't seen him for a couple of years now, so it'll be nice to see him. I got a little bit of running around in town, and I might run over to a friend's place where we cleaned out most of the basement. I got to see if I can get some more stuff out of their basement. She wants us to clean the house out because she's planning on selling next year. So nothing else. I'll send it over to Rick, OBB, K9BXG.
Thanks, Bob. Very good morning to you and to all here on this edition of the Good Morning Net. Nice net here this morning. Nice get together. A nice bright sunny day, and Bob mentioned it was supposed to start warming up, and I think I heard that as well. So I got a few more yard things to take care of. Nothing too pressing, but I would like to take advantage of it. I think it's Friday or something. I think maybe tomorrow it's supposed to get close to 50, so I really need to take advantage of that, I think. And then I also want to take a drive up to the repeater site to do a little modification there for the emergency power backup situation. However, I don't know. We're supposed to get some snow in here on Saturday. I guess it's Saturday evening and some on Sunday. So I don't know. I'm going to have to review that and look at it. Sunday I know it's out because I'm going down to Appleton to set up my electric train in Village over at the house for the granddaughters for Christmas. They're going to have a small tree in their family room, and the main tree will be upstairs in their living room. But we're going to set up a little village and a train set up there, and I think they'll enjoy that very much for the Christmas season. So looking forward to doing that. I have to get all that stuff together here too. So that is about it on this end for now. I certainly have enough projects to keep me busy all the way through till the first of the year. That is for sure. So let's go across the pond over to John in Beulah, Michigan, AB9NN. This is W9OBB. Joan, thank you much for doing the net. Oh, the question of the day. No, I don't remember any of the children ever bringing in Christmas gifts for any of the teachers. It might have happened, but I don't remember it. It just wasn't something that had a big priority back in the 1950s and 60s. So, okay, AB9NN W9OBB. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning to everybody on the Good Morning Net from John 89NN in Beulah, Northwest Florida, Michigan. Straight across the pond from Algoma, 9 miles inland. And, chilly morning this morning, 31.9 degrees with a north wind at 0 miles an hour. Radar shows no precipitation in lower Michigan, so that's a good thing. Wind sure was howling last night when I went to sleep. I wasn't quite sure what was up with that, but looks like that's calmed down for today. Certainly nothing on the lightning map, and solar flux index is down to 130. So that's getting down there relatively low. Hopefully the bands will at least be nice and quiet if the solar flux index is low. Let's see, as far as the question of the day is concerned, teacher's gifts. I do remember as a child, when I went to Catholic school, every year we would give the teacher a gift. And it was just seemed like that was the appropriate thing to do for all of their hard work and putting up with us and all of that sort of thing. So that was a ritual. And then one year I brought the teacher a gift, and they said, "Oh no, we're not allowed to accept gifts." And I was quite embarrassed and had to take the gift back home and explain it to my parents. Also, let me break the reset. Okay, S9 on the repeater, by the way, this morning. And, I do remember working at SCA Tissue in Neenah, Wisconsin. And I was a rebate auditor and worked very closely with a lot of people in various departments to do my job. And the HR department had an office that was right close to mine, and I would always chat with the HR person in the hallway as I would be going to get some files or something. And they were always very pleasant and were always very nice to me. And I started a tradition. My dad always would bring a box of turtles home for Christmas, and we would enjoy those as a family. And so in my professional career, I would bring a box of turtles into the office and pass them around and let my coworkers enjoy them. Well, I brought the box over into AHR and offered them a turtle and for Christmas, and the HR person looked up at me very sternly, like I had done something grievously wrong, and said, "Are you trying to bribe me?" I could not believe it. And so I slunked out of there and said, "No, I certainly was not trying to do that." So that was an interesting turn of events on that one. Let's see, not much else going on. Last night was our Christmas party for our Betsy Area Radio Friends group, and had a very small turnout. Just 4 of us showed up with our spouses, and not a very big turnout at all. So worried about the amount of people that are showing up for the Wednesday night nets. The last 2 Wednesday night nets, myself and Net Control were the only 2 people on the net, so it's kind of diminishing. So going to see what we can do to stir up some interest in that. With that, I guess it's over to, let me check my note, I think it's KC9UPE from 89NN. John and Beulah, have a great day, everybody.
89NN. Good morning, John, and good morning, everyone on the net this morning. This is Kilo Delta 9, Uniform Papa Echo, Brad in Green Bay, and a little chilly out this morning, but not just too bad, and the sun shining so far. Looking forward to the next couple of days. A little warmer weather. I don't think I got enough gumption to go out and do some of the things I was last-minute things I was going to go outside, but we'll enjoy them nevertheless. Last night I had a nice evening. Melinda and I went to Green Bay Botanical Gardens, Garden of Light. They had a night sponsored by Thrivent, and So it was, apparently they just, they set aside the whole evening for members, and so it was a lot less crowded and everything. I judged a wrong turn at one point. We weren't going to walk the whole loop, but we did. We made it. Proud of that, but and it was a nice setup again this year. I wouldn't want to, regarding the question of the day, I wouldn't want to think to give presents, and when I think back about it, there's four instructors, I think, that maybe five now, if I think through the lifetime that I wish maybe I would have given it a go, but they had did that. They taught life, and I really appreciated that. They one steered me in that direction, certain direction, and I appreciated that. They did a really good job. So with that, then we will send it over to Thomas, KC9LN Zulu. This is KD9UPE. Good morning, everyone.
Thank you, sir. KC9LN Zulu here. Good morning to all. It's about 35 degrees here in Kewanee, sunny skies, very light wind. So good start to the day. Was checking out the Gas Buddy map here, and it turns out that the gas is down to $2.84. Usually that's at Costco, but I even found a station here in Kewanee that's at that price. So we'll maybe check it out later. As far as giving presents to teachers, well, I attended Catholic school, and they were beginning of my first 12 school years, and never did do that. Never was encouraged, and probably wouldn't have been hooked upon it as well. But anyways, that being said, I have a number of errands to do today, and tomorrow we'll probably get outside and do some cleanup before the winter gets here full time, and then got a bunch of errands to do, and also working on taking apart a laptop. I got it all completely opened up yesterday, got the hard drive out and worked on it, and now it's partially back in. So I've got that whole group thing they put together, and I'm going to try and reload those stuff on there, because for whatever reason, it just failed lately. So got to see if I can get that back to work. Other than that, hey, everybody have a good day, stay warm, careful. And it was going to go over to GDA, but he said he's just listening in the background, so I will turn it back to next control. Good morning to all. KC9LN.
Well, thank you, Tom. I am going to pause and see if there's any new check-ins and or whether Josh wants to come out of the garage and make a comment. Anyone? I was going to send the wellness check people over to your house if we didn't hear from you, Kevin, talking about teacher Christmas gifts. Did your family give presents to the teachers? Over to you, KC9
KC9KMA, the Good Morning Net, KC9ARROUND, good morning to all. So, I didn't play basketball this morning, but possibly recorded a quadruple double and get in there and help that the HCI do the other frequently at the UHF FM 38, and unlike that Peter basically said, let's see that is going on. FM 38 pretty active back then with the total equivalent 38 down here, but going at it there. So, anyways, full day of hard work there. Shooting some action photos this evening at a basketball game there. So, anyhow, looking forward to the really warm weather today, and then especially tomorrow, and who knows, Saturday night, there could be a nice road runners adventure, but I'm hoping I'm not going to be on the road when the problematic situation may show up. So, back to the next show.
Plus your hard-hitting, that DIP over to, who am I going to? I'm trying to give DC clear.
Great, thanks, Larry. Yeah, you were a problem child, I was a problem child. I had a friend whose mom was good friends with the secretary in the office, and every time I got sent to the office, I'd go to my friend's house, and she'd look at me and say, what did you do now? Oh, those were the days. So anyway, not much going on here anymore, so I don't know to say something, but I forgot. So anyway, we sent her back over to Illinois. So everybody have a great day and enjoy the weather. Nice.
I'm not suffering. Oh, Daddy, your father was on the fishing boat with him. Why did they hit? If we knew Tom Wayne, it was the time for the fishing boats of going to do real film. Hey, Johnny. Anyway, I would have liked to have met Tom Wayne. So maybe I will one day. He's on heaven now, and but I hope to end up on rain. So I'll be able to meet up with him. The Dukey song. It's better than brother, but who comes Soviets anyway? The shape of his country. I think that's in the oh yes, I have updated my call receiver an entry on my QLZ.com website. And if anybody wants to know where the search is on my business card, on the QLZ website, there is an entry for the search, and they give it a description. This is a monastery. I think that this monastery is about 16 miles from here, and I sit on my second home. Anyway, O2 K6G D1AU.
Well, good morning, Alan, again. Thank you so much. You got some great stories there. Anyway, it is now 38 degrees, so it keeps going down. No, it actually was 37, but it went back up to 38, but it did go to 37. Anyway, other than that, not much else going on here other than I'm getting ready to go up to see Lucy, and I still have a few things to pack yet, and then we'll be ready, and then I can take my shower and get all spruced up. How about that? I had the sutures in my back taken out. I guess there was 3. I thought there was 4. The doctor told me 4, but I guess the tech tricked out 3. But I know she got them all. But that was a good experience, and I came back negative. They did a pathology anyway, even though the doctor knew what it was. But they always make double sure that they know what it is. So that's good. Very grateful for them. It's interesting how the weather patterns, we did have one of those rivers, they said, but the river went up north, atmospheric river, and severely clobbered Washington and Oregon. So very sorry for our friends up there. I know quite a few of them. And but other than that, that's about it. I'm trying to think of other stories that I had. My mother being the district principal's secretary, I could not get in trouble. And one time, my dear friend who we still communicate on Facebook, he and I had something to talk about in class, and it was one of our favorite teachers. But we had something to chat about. We thought we could do no wrong. I never even thought about getting sent to the principal's office. And lo and behold, the teacher said, "Okay, I've had enough of you boys. I've already warned you twice, and you won't shut up. So I'm sending you down to the principal's office." I cringed because I had to go through my mother to get to the principal. And my mother looked at me, and she looked at Carl, and she looked back at me, and she goes, "What are you here for?" "Well, we were sent down by Mr. So-and-so, and we have to see the principal." And he because I think that's the end of the Echolink Roundtable, and I appreciate it very much. 73, everybody have a safe, warm, and wonderful weekend coming up. K6BCL. Back to you, Jim.
So, Dave, we had a momentary time out there, and so we lost your story after you and Carl went to the principal's office and your mom looked at you and said, "What did you do?" And then we went silent. So you've got to tell the rest of the story.
It felt like I was talking too long. So anyway, the rest of the story was very short. It was, my mother believed in capital punishment, so that was not good. And I said, if there happened to be a Child Protective Services standing there, she would have hauled me off for protection. That was the one and only time I ended up in the principal's office. I can assure you, I was goody two-shoes the rest of the time in school. I think that was in 8th grade or something like that. Anyway, that's the story.
I honestly know a couple of people who are teaching elementary school, and I'll tell you, they would kill for the infraction of talking in class being the behavior that's troublesome. Some of these were clients, and some of them are friends and neighbors and kids of our friends. And, students pulling knives, swearing, on and on it goes, of behavior that would just never, ever, ever have been tolerated. They'd have been expelled, not just looked at, But hey, Larry said something that caught my ear, and then as I was thinking, I think a question of the day could be, facetiously, how many of you were problem children? And what I think is fascinating is how many are in trouble in various ways in school, and the parents are beside themselves with worry, and look how you've ended up. Careers, family, houses, you're doing fine. And I think we need to go to those guidance counselors and say, there's a lot of ways to be a citizen. So I'm happy for you problem children who found a way out. And so let's just take a quick check of any additional comments at 10 to 9. The coffee sale is today. Who knows what else we might do? Comments? Comments? Okay, everyone wants to be outside today and tomorrow. And Bruce, if you're listening, I forgot to laugh out loud at your stuck in the mud almost adventure yesterday. I was happy that the dirt was moist but not wet where we were working yesterday. So that is all from KC9 KMA, returning the frequency to normal amateur use and wishing all of you a very, very good day. And I'm clear. But KB9DIP, KC9KMA.
I think the difference between then and now, Joan, is that people took time with you, and they weren't hamstrung with camps. You know, like the teachers, she didn't really have to take time with me. This is in grade school, you know, there were no guidance counselors. They were just caring mothers masquerading as teachers. And I think it was a better time for a human being. But anyway, what's up, Joan? Good, you got that brush cleared away. But what's up? KB9DFE.
Just a quick McMillions comment. We think there are at least 2 of the characters that make us laugh out loud. First of all, the FBI agent in the white shirt, you'll know him, you'll love him. Speaking of problem child, the guy is a goofball, and yet he's the spearhead of this investigation. And the more the episodes go on, the other people in the organization just ridicule him mercilessly. I don't know if that's started yet, but you'll get a sense of him. And then later on, there's one wife that is just a caricature of a mob wife. Back to you.
Oh, yeah, Doug Matthews is my man. He reminds me of myself. And get that van. We had a van at Plaid Productions. We would do that. As a matter of fact, we worked for McDonald's. Everybody in Chicago at TV film production worked for McDonald's at one time. Yeah, both at Oak Brook and with some of their suppliers, Javi Pearl, Crumb and Rogue, the people that delivered the food. I mean, we went all over the country for McDonald's. But yeah, I identified with the guy, and he's all right. The rest of them are all the bozos, you know. The woman, the producer, was all right. She so far, I've only seen the one episode. But, yeah, if you see a good shot, let's go to the beach. Yeah, let's go to the store. You know, I would have been complete if the series ended last night. But, oh yeah, we didn't convict anybody yet. We haven't found little George Little and Uncle Jerry. We haven't found these people yet. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the next 5 episodes. But like I said, I got to suffer through all of it because when you're on demand, you got to suffer through the commercials. KB9DIP.
Yeah, that is really disappointing. I don't know if Amazon Prime is going to get it for you without commercials, but yeah, that is too bad. But yes, it is surprisingly interesting that you want to know 5 hours worth of what happened. Anyway, so I think that's it for today. We do have errands to run. I'm looking at my list of notes. Was there anything I forgot? But I did mean it when I said thank you for sharing about Joanne. And no doubt, it's the first year of everything to reorganize your way of doing it. So Artie's already at breakfast, but he knows well the situation there. So got to go buy 30% off coffee. Once a year, the biggest sale of the year. That's it. KC9KMA is clear.
Well, thanks for the remembrance. I didn't want to bore everybody with it. Come on, it's over with. Everybody goes through it. Kids pulled up the slack. They'll have Christmas this year. I'll be Uncle Daddy going to see him, and for once I'll be up on the log instead of me and Joanne putting the extravaganza on. But it's being up in Door County helped a lot. So, the 5 months I was up there got me out of the dark place pretty good. Thanks, Joan. KB9 DIPOLE.